morning, children. It's Bible story time now. Do you want to have a sit down? You could actually lay down because I'm only reading the one page and I'm going to show you the pictures now. There's the picture. We're reading a story about Ruth and Naomi. You can see all the words I'm going to read. So if you want to lay down and just listen, you do that, okay? Don't fall asleep though. And this is a story about a lady who had 2 sons and a husband. So there was 4 of them in the family. And those 2 sons got married, and then the story is about those 6 people. So are you ready? Ruth and Naomi. Many years ago, there lived in Bethlehem a man and a woman and their 2 sons. They were hard-working, good people, but unfortunately, they were poor. And there was a famine in the land. What does famine mean? It actually means no food. We're having a bit of a famine in Zimbabwe at the moment. There's lots of people that are starving, aren't there? And we haven't had a lot of rain, so things are not looking so rosy in the farming, and its food is very short. All around us, people are starving. Emelech, the husband, said, "There is no grain left, and even the wells are drying up. We must find somewhere better, another country where the harvests are good and there's plenty of food." So Emelech and Naomi, his wife, took their 2 sons and crossed over the Dead Sea to a land of Moab. So they lived in Bethlehem, and they left the country and went to Moab on its eastern shore. The harvests had been better there, and the people had enough to eat. So instead of sending them away with harsh words and nastiness, the Moabites made them very welcome and helped them to find a house and to settle down. The family worked hard, and in time both the sons were old enough to get married. Their wives were Moabs from the village where they lived. One of the girls was named Ophrah, and the other was Ruth. Then one day, when Emelech was quite old, he actually died. While Naomi was was crying for a husband over his death, she had an even greater loss. Her 2 sons, who were young and strong men, became very, very ill, and they died too. And that's sad. The 3 women, so that's Naomi, Ruth, and Ophrah, who were the sons' wives, were left alone and helpless. "Your husbands are dead," Naomi said to the 2 girls, "and I am a foreigner in this country. You need to go and find yourselves new husbands who will look after you. Go while you are still young and beautiful, and marry and have children of your own. I will return alone to my own country to mourn the death of my 3 very special men." The girls did not want to leave Naomi, whom they loved dearly, but at last she persuaded Ophrah to return to her family and find a new husband in the land of Moab. Naomi's other daughter-in-law, Ruth, clung to her and said, "I will always stay with you. I do not want to go back to my parents' people, nor worship their God again. I will go with you wherever you go. I want to come. And you will stay with you wherever you stay. Your people shall be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and where you are buried, I will be buried. I swear by your God that nothing but death will divide us." Naomi was moved by her daughter-in-law's words, and together they set out from Moab. They crossed the Dead Sea again and returned to Bethlehem. Isn't that nice? Naomi wanted to stay with her and Ruth to stay with her, and they loved each other dearly. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town welcomed them, and the woman who had known Naomi before she left said to her, "Can this be Naomi, our friend? How is your husband? How are your 2 fine sons?" Do not call me Naomi now, she replied. Call me Mara, which means I'm bitter and I'm sad, for I no longer have a husband, and my 2 fine sons have died. So she was very, very sad and very lonely. But you still have a daughter, Ruth reminded her, and gave her a big hug and a kiss. Okay, children, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to show you the pictures again. There we go. There's Naomi and Ruth. It's these 2 here. And there's Oprah going to go back to her own family. But no, Ruth is saying, no, I'm staying with you, Naomi. I want to live with you. Isn't that nice? There you go, children. Have a nice day, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Bye.